Hello, everyone. We only have good messages around this week. Nothing bad is coming through with these cards or negative in any kind of way. We have two of the major arcana cards, the Empress and the Wheel of Fortune. Then we have the Six of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. I want to start off by talking about the Six of Cups first because it plays into some other messages with the other cards. The Six of Cups is a card that embodies giving and receiving. So you could do something nice for someone this week, or someone does something nice for you. You could get a gift or something like that. It can also imply you're missing someone, family members, a friend, a place from your past that was very important to you. You may be going through old photos, just reminiscing, talking with family members and friends about old memories you share together, things like that. It's a beautiful card. This card tells you plan a trip. Go back to that place, even if it's just down the road. Go visit family, go visit friends. It makes sense that this card is coming out now because we're approaching the holidays and we think about the past a lot and family and things like that. Now, you could return home to care for an elder or a parent or something like that. You're going to help out in some way. Don't get scared. That doesn't mean anything bad is going to happen. This is just help that's needed, and you're there. You can go do it. This can also mean you run into someone from the past, an old friend, someone from your childhood, your old school days. There's nothing bad about it. You'll be happy to see them, probably kind of shocked. And since we have the Ace of Cups, it can be an ex, something like that. A lot around a romantic relationship, but it can also mean a friend that you had a falling out with, a family member, and they want to make amends. So keep that in mind because when the Ace of Cups and the Six of Cups come out together, it certainly can imply, and the Wheel of Fortune is in there, we'll get into all of that, that this is something romantic and ex, and they want to work things out. The Ace of Cups. So what does this mean around this week? If you look at this card, the cup is overflowing with water. What does that mean? It means that any conflicts, they've been resolved. It's overflowing with love. Everyone's in a really good position. Situations, conflicts that have been around you, they are resolved. I love seeing this card after last week with the lunar eclipse because the energy was chaotic, and I know that that can cause issues and arguments and changes for people, but it had a positive result. So however this surrounds you this week, it's beautiful. It signifies for couples, you've come together, you've united, you're going to move forward on some kind of a project, looking at a new home. You're very excited about the future. You have dreams together that you've been talking about. A deep connection with this card. Any issues with friends, family members, co-workers, they get resolved when this card comes out. Everything's smooth. It's flowing freely this week. Remember, giving and receiving this week, a lot around love, so it's just really positive. Now, I'm going to sound like a broken record. Month after month, we get these messages. If you're single, you have someone entering your life. Here we go again with all these cards, but the universe cannot bring this to you if you stay in your comfort zone, if you hide in your house. You have to get yourself out there. Don't turn down invitations. Pick up some kind of a group that you want to be part of. Take a class, an art class, a cooking class. Whatever it is, you have to get out there. If someone invites you somewhere, go for it. The universe can't bring this person to you if you're going to hide out in your house. So keep that in mind. It's a beautiful card around romance. The Two of Wands. So this can imply you're traveling, you're planning a trip, you're involved in a long-distance relationship. While you're traveling, you could meet someone new. This could even be a friendship. It's not always romance. This card also signifies merging. So someone in your life, you're going to develop a much stronger relationship with them. This could be a business partner, someone that you work with, a friendship, all those things. There's just a tightness, a closeness, and two people that work very well together with this card. This can also imply that it is time for you to make the decisions that work for you. You've spent a good portion of your life making decisions that were best for everyone else. And now this card tells you have to do what your heart wants. It's time. It's just really time for that. He's also holding on to the world, which signifies you've come a long way in your life, even if you don't see it. You've accomplished a lot. You've learned a lot of lessons. You have a lot of experience underneath your belt. And there you are standing with the world in your hands. It's just a hint, a solid message from the divine realm of what you are actually capable of and what you have overcome. And they're telling you it's time for you to do what you want to do. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune, everybody loves this card. It can signify this week some kind of a windfall falls in your lap. You achieve some major goal. You get just recognition for something. This is a big deal card, so keep that in mind. Now, the Wheel of Fortune always embodies change. It's a number 10. I always break it down into 2 5s because a lot has been in play in your life for a while. This card signifies you have went through a lot. And when I say that, I mean years of just changes that you weren't prepared for, maybe really, really tough situations that have happened to you and you've overcome, you've worked through them. Now, this card implies you are being pulled to your destiny, to your fate. And this card right here, these choices may require some massive change, and you got to be ready for that. It's time. So it might be a little uncomfortable and a little scary, but you really do have to allow yourself to do what you want to do right now. Now, the Wheel of Fortune and the Empress card just shout rebirth. When I look at the Wheel of Fortune, there may be some small changes, but you've already overcome the hardest part. And all those messages have been coming out about something new coming in, spiritual enlightenment, leveling up, whatever that means for you. And here they have it next to the Empress, the birth card. So you've really shifted and you're moving into a different place in your life with relationships, with where you're going, with what you're pulling in. It's your destiny. It's your fate. A big deal week this week with the Wheel of Fortune. I absolutely love that card. Now let's talk about this Empress for a minute. The Empress is a fertile card. It is a birth card. And this can signify this is a very fertile time if that applies to you. It's easy to get pregnant right now. It can also imply that you're ready to add a family member or start a family, something like that. You're talking about children and babies. Maybe you've thought about going into foster care or something like that. It's just about building a family, the birth of something new, adding someone new to your family. It's a really nice card. You're rising up into your chair. You're taking your seat. It's the birth of you. This confidence level is soaring, your self-worth. You know who you are. It's an extremely creative card. It tells you you are very gifted artistically, and maybe you haven't really even tapped into those parts of yourself yet. If you've been thinking for many years something that you've always wanted to do, whatever it is, it's time for you now. Instead of saying maybe someday I'll learn that, maybe someday I'll take that class, maybe someday I'll do that, or I'll buy a paint set. The time is now for that. It's time. This is you. This is who you are. And the universe is really telling you, start aligning with your soul. That Two of Wands tells you it's time to listen to your heart. Now, this week, you could also be very important in the life of a child. The Empress is the best mother in tarot, and part of her journey in this lifetime, her or him, I don't mean to imply just female here, is to really make the difference in a life of a child. And it could just simply be something that you say or do and you'll never even realize it, but you do play an important role with children. If you've been wondering, what's my purpose? What am I supposed to do? I think it surrounds children because of this card, if this resonates for you. Teaching, counseling, nonprofit, anything like that. Working with children, young adults, it's all there. Troubled teens, working in the foster care system. It's all there with this Empress card. So keep that in mind. If it's been something you've been thinking about doing, or you've been just asking yourself, should I work with kids? Should I do something with kids? Yes, you should. That's what the Empress card is here for. Remember, this is acknowledgement from the universe. This is the birth of you, this new you that's been emerging. The Wheel of Fortune is a card that is in play for many years. It shows this major transformation in your life and who you are that's been taking hold, and they're pulling you towards your fate, your purpose, your destiny. A big deal tarot combination. So this week, it's just a beautiful week. Keep this in mind, though. It's a very fertile time. So if you're not ready, it can be a warning to be very careful. A windfall of some kind, follow your heart, traveling, get out there if you want to meet someone new. A lot of good things around love, and just people just being in a very peaceful position, ready to move forward. A very happy week is ahead of you.